Doctor Strange in the Multiverse Madness gave us the debut of the Illuminati in the MCU. And before we go any further, I do want to give a quick spoiler warning for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse Madness, even though I still haven't even seen the movie. But, well, I've been on the internet, so obviously, I pretty much know everything that happened in the movie, unfortunately. Spoiler warning for those of you that have somehow been able to avoid spoilers, because we're going to be talking spoilers, even though I haven't seen the movie, but I still know. But anyway, the Illuminati introduced some crazy characters to the MCU, just for them to be, killed off minutes later, at least from what I know. Now, what's interesting, though, is that almost we had a different actor playing one of these Illuminati members. And that's Daniel Craig, because the news just came out this morning from Deadline that Daniel Craig, who, of course, you probably best know as James Bond, the former James Bond now, actually was almost in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse Madness as a member of the Illuminati. Now, of course, the question is, okay, who was he going to play? Well, Deadline, when they first brought out this news, they said that Daniel Craig was originally supposed to play Reed Richards, aka Mr. Fantastic. But we, of course, had John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic in the movie. Now, they said that John Krasinski originally was not Marvel Studios' first choice. Daniel Craig was, and that Daniel Craig was always going to play the character, but because of COVID and scheduling issues and all that random stuff, they got John Krasinski instead, which is honestly kind of crazy to think that, John Krasinski was the second choice. Which then again could lend more evidence to the fact that, hey, John Krasinski is going to be our main Reed Richards Mr. Fantastic in the MCU, and they didn't really want to have him as this other version just for less confusion, but they can still do that like we saw in Loki. So they had to end up doing that anyway. But then we got this report from Heavy Spoilers, which, he has some pretty reliable leaks every once in a while. Of course, he's a fellow YouTuber as well. Definitely check out his channel. Great content. But he said, so now that the rumors about Daniel Craig originally being in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness are out, I think I can talk about what I heard on the film about him. Craig was originally supposed to be Balder the Brave, who was part of the Illuminati. He was talked into killing himself by Wanda. He couldn't shoot the scenes, though, and in the reshoots, they replaced him with Krasinski. Now, this is interesting. Daniel Craig as Balder the Brave. You don't know who Balder the Brave is in the comics. He's actually Thor's brother. And months and months ago, actually probably over a year ago at this point, I remember doing a video on a leak about supposed members of the Illuminati in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. And that leak turned out to be 100% true. Almost. It was more like 95% true, because that leak included Balder the Brave as a member of the Illuminati. And I was always super confused, why would they have Balder the Brave as a member of the Illuminati? First of all, never being a member in the comics, and second of all, being completely new to the MCU and unrelated to anything, but whatever. So originally Balder the Brave was supposed to be in this movie, and it's interesting that we could have had Daniel Craig in this role. That would be honestly really cool. And who knows, maybe in a future Thor movie we could see Daniel Craig as the main MCU version of Balder the Brave. But it's even more interesting that they were going to do this character instead of Mr. Fantastic. But then again, could lend evidence to the fact that, hey, maybe they're making John Krasinski our main MCU Reed Richards, which I would really, really love. But guys, what do you think about this news that we almost had Daniel Craig in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness as a member of the Illuminati, possibly as Balder the Brave? So guys, you can let me know your own thoughts on this in the comments below, and thanks so much for watching. Please drop a like if you enjoyed this video, and hit the subscribe button so I can keep up to date on everything that goes on in the Marvel life.